challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
My pleasure.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play.
Here. Go. Now what's up?
Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. What's the play here? Can they use the corner to mount a comeback?
Now what's up? There.
They break things off to take a quick breather. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Finding it tricky to manage their drive. All right, what's coming up next? This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Taking stock. Orbalan! Player 2 in trouble. Burnout activates. Closing moments of the match. What, they're going for the super art? The super doesn't hit. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Reads them. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Throwing some shade. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. What'll happen here? Torbalan opts to continue the attack with the drive. Hooks him. This is going to deal some big damage. Player 2 is in a tops off the tank and scores the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Very nice, Gridlock. The last round. It's now or never. A super art? Jump cleared for landing. Throwing some shade. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 all in with a rush. Burns out. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. It's the interdiction. They've been waiting for this. This could change everything. Dangerous dives in. A real test of nerves here. Gets the counter hit. What a finish! Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Uses the target combo as a filler. Grabs them with the embrace. Player 1 has the life advantage. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 2 chases them down. Very solid corner switch. Taking stock. Reads them. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Heading into the end game now. It's getting KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Buffs up. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Time to reassess the situation? Springs forward with the drive rush. Experiencing burnout. There's nowhere to run. Charges in to get hands on them for the interdiction. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. So little, the overhead denied. Player 2 will need to use their meat. Oh, coming for you. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Backed into the corner. What set of links in? Loads up above, puts the fear of God in him. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Well-timed command throw there. Player 1 with the life lead. battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Knockdown. Hold your breath. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Combo with the target combo. Not shy with the grab. Taking stock. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Closing moments of the match. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump in to start. That's a counter. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? They exchange blows. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. That attack landed for a counter hit. The burnout triggered. Player 2 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win here? Oh, is this it? Or are they still in this? And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Well-timed command throw there.
Now observe.
Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Blocks the jump in. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Jump in finds the mark. A big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation.
Now observe.
They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Drive gauge finally recovers. Okay, creating some space here. That attack landed for a counter hit. They're experiencing burnout. Taking stock. It fires off the Chernobyl. The super doesn't hit. Throwing some shade. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? 20 seconds left. What are they both plotting? What'll happen here? Chernobyl! Player, that's not gonna hit. Threads it cleanly. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night.
Is that it?
What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Three gloves. Who's going to start things off? Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Grabs them with the embrace. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Fires off the Chernobyl. Can they create an opportunity overhead? But it won't work. A super art? Not Thunderbird. In there. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Send them to another dimension. And it is on. Torbalon incoming. Sticks out a kick. Catches them out. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Links it. Turns out. Super. That's what we want to see. Dives in. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Oh, are you kidding me? Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. No one's willing to back down. When is this gonna end? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Oh, Gatsu delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Forward throw to continue the pressure. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Reads them. This is a gigantic life lead. How are they going to deal with this? Big counter. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Grabs them with the embrace. Departure set. Departure from upstairs. Risky up-close scrap still going. Baits them and goes in for the hug. Both fighters planning something? Throwing some shade. They exchange ball counters with Amnesia. Nice read. Orbalan. What'll happen here? Amnesia. Max SA gauges. Overhead attack. Raw critical. What's gonna happen? The Raging Typhoon connects. Round and round they go. They're in for one rough landing. This is a critical moment. Overhead. Both up. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Flatline zones. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Opens with a jump in. Who will come out on top? No! This will break them. Torbalan sees the overhead coming. All in with a rush. Links it. Quiet Toho burnout. Did they mean to do that? Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Get their plates ready. Damage is on the menu. Fools them and locks them in embrace. What a finish! Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Throwing some shade. Not shy with the grab. Player 1 has the life advantage. What are these fighters thinking now? All right. Oh, whiffs the grab. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Takes the chance to hurt him. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Reads them. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. That attack KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Rushing attack to start. That's a nice way to get someone's attention. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Uses the gauge for a super arc. Goes end to end with a breezing hawk. Nice damage. Gets a risky buff in. They've got a full stack of wind to play with here. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Scrapping, just goes for it at this range. What'll happen here? Swoops in with a dive. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Hugs nothing but air. One chance here may end this match. Overhead. Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. A real test of nerves here. Drive rush. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throwing some shade. They're trading attacks. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Links it. Buffs up. Picks up the cap. All in with a rush. Burns out. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Look at the damn stone cold embrace. You can't block those. Uses the teleport. Just what they were after. Woo! I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Throwing some shade. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Starts with a jump in. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. What are these fighters thinking now? All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. counter. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure. Drive rush to in there! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Opts to create space to start. Grabs them with the embrace. Free glove. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger? Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Torbalan. Trades him. Jumps up. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. All in with the rush. No, this'll break them. Like the drive impact doesn't work. Player 2 will look huge chance after that wall splash. This is a claw critical. What's gonna happen? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. That was the highest if I've ever seen it. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. Uses the target combo as a filler. Torbalan. Player 2 with slick drive gauge control. Is this in the bag? Big uses the teleport. Looking for a hook. Sees the overhead coming. Here comes the corner pressure. The jump in is denied. Overhead attack. Only the best of all in with a rush. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Puts them on a t-shirt with that finish. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Throwing some shade. The jump in is denied. Decides to go in with the target combo. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Did well to get the buff in there. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 2 is Getzo. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Decides to create some distance to start. Decides to buff up while they can. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach? Experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they all in with a rush. Fires off the Chernobyl. Excellent read. Blocks it. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory? Pounding them with the Lavshuka. Can they stand the heat? What were they thinking? Put the X-Burns out. Both sides getting ready. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Who will set the bait at this range? So, what's next? Uses the teleport. The next touch, draw super art incoming. That's not gonna hit. Flatlines them. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Decides not to rush. That's gonna leave him rattled. Stone cold embrace. You can't block those. Overhead, but it won't work. Fools them and locks them in embrace. Player 1 with a... No! This will break them. Both sides getting ready. It's a fake. What are they gonna do? Over in a flash. That was catch as catch can, as you're gonna get in a fight. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Grabs them with the embrace. Throwing some shade. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Takes the chance to hurt him. Combo with the target combo. Heading into the end game now. Goes for the super art. Brings out the super art. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Whiffs the throw. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Gets the combo. Player 2 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up here. Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? Was looking, they're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Goes with the safe of experiencing burnout. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. So little life left. Grabs them with the KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Big throws. The match just started. It's anyone's game. The fighters return to throws them. Gotta be careful not to overhead. Fools them and locks them in embrace. What now? Player 1 can build off this lead. Barely blocks the jump in. Dribble! Stone cold embrace. Can't block those. Looking for a hold. A jump in? Rake him. Crowns him from above. Fools him and locks him in embrace. Okay, keeps betting it all on this level 2 super art. Excellent read. And eats it. Flatlines him. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion. I don't even think they care that others called next. We're getting back into it. Torbalan was hungry for the grab. Grabs them with the embrace. Had the radar up and running. Player 1 with the life lead. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Trips them up. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. A little too greedy there. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their face. Takes a big gamble and gets them. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 chases them down, brushes that off and keeps going. Uses the target combo as a filler. Goes with the safe stuff with that burnout activates. A quick breather. Cages them in with the love shuka. Player 2 is working with a better game. What springs forward with the drive rush? Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. They're backed up into the corner. They're going for the super art. Grabs them with the embrace. Going in. Throwing some shade. Drive usage is back on the table. This can lead to some big damage. The punish counter gives them a Gradle. Flatlines them. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. The last round. It's now or never. Uses the target combo as a filler. Torbalan incoming. Jumps in. Rake him. Fools at the overhead denied. Cleared for landing. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Jumps. All in with a rush. There's a burnout. is looking at a grim situation with Burnout. It's the interdiction. They've been waiting for this. This could save everything. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Looking for a hole. Rake sees the overhead coming. It's a fake. This is gonna hurt. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that space. Oh, putting it all. Are you kidding me? Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
Away. Go.
Throwing some shade. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Decides to buff up while they can. Well-timed corner switch. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Forward throw. Not letting them out of the corner. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. A little too greedy there. Okay, creating some space here. The pressure is so intense here. Departure set. Reads the command grab. Closing moments of the match. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Immediate jump in.
Here. Go.
Player 1 steals it back. They're in the groove now, and they're gonna need to keep it up. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Still scrapping for control of the space. Blocks the impact. Not much drive to work with at the moment. Both fighters planning something? But Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Max SA gauges. Unbelievable. Just goes for it at this range. Freezing hot. A quick breather. Cleared for landing. Good job if that's gonna leave him rattled. Stone cold embrace. You can't block those. Burnout, but they may have a plan here. Oh, yo! Rock Super here? Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super! Puts him on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Gets the jump in.
Away.
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Trips him up. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Did well to get the buff in there. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. What drive rush to keep it going? Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. The quarter makes it, springs forward with the drive rush. Goes end to end with a freezing hop. Nice damage. The exchange flows. Still swung and eats it.
Away.
Stone cold embrace. You can't block those. Departure. Player 2, Spire coming through. This can lead to some flatlines on. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. They block the overhead and well-timed command throw there. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. What are these fighters thinking now? Goes for the command grab. All right. They're not gonna allow any jump-ins. Reads them. That overhead was a bit obvious. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. decides to buff up while they can. Knockdown. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player very solid Tomahawk Buster. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? And the throw ends the round. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. 3-Bulb? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Spikes him with Tree Glove. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Hits him with a stop and bop. Burnout activated. We have Super Arton going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. Taking no prisoners. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
More interesting. Fight round. Fight. Here.
The last round. It's now or never. Torbalan. This is gonna hurt. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Wall splat into the guard break. This could lead to some big damage. Hits that with confidence. Target combo into... What now? Fool set the bait as sees the overhead coming. Uses the teleport. Breaks it. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? This is it. The overhead denied. It is over. Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Break them. Buffs while they're blinking. Goes for the jump in. Did well to get the buff in there. With the life gap opening up, they need to KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. 3-Bulb? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 got smothered that round. They'll need to shake it off and show some more adaptation. Buffs up! Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Psych springs forward with the drive rush. Pounding them with the Lachuka. Can they KO? Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here?
Now what's up? There.
Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. What's the play here? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Well-timed command throw there. Ooh, what's this? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Parries the attack. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position down to the wire. Heading into the end game now. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. They break things off to take a quick breather. Feeling out the spacing. Departure! Tomahawk Buster! Alright, what's coming up next? Departure set! In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Trying to read each other here? They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Anything could happen here. So, what's next? Only 20 more seconds. What's it gonna be? This round may end via timeout. Will either fighter do anything before time's up? Both fighters are barely alive. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 2 sneaks in the throw. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Fantastic awareness. Very solid tomahawk buster. The jump in is denied. Can't tech the throw. Player 2, drive rush to keep it going. Quick breather. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Going in. Barely blocks the jump in. Rushes that off and keeps going. Goes with the safe stuff with that. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 in dire of super art. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Target combo into. Can they create an opportunity? The overhead denied. Player just goes for it at this range. That's a counter. Come on, what a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Goes for the command grab. Taking stock. Decides to buff up while they can. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Life lead opens up. Combo with the target combo. The good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 2 creates a good corner. They're going for the super art in there. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Spikes him with 3 gloves. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Decides to buff amnesia. Hits him with a stop and bop. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more pressure here. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic work with that combo. KO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opts to create space to start. It's time for both. This is gonna hurt. Oh, more fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Lily says, welcome to the club. Loads up above. Oh, they took the bait. All in with a rush. What are they gonna do? Cleared for landing. Escapes the corner. Waco dives in. A jump it crowns him from above. Let the Chernobyl rip. The super connects. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Where's this going? They are done. Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Did well to get the buff in there. Gets the jump in. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Holds out with the block. Condor Wind is fully stocked now. Lily's neutral game is now even more dangerous. Player 2 chases them down. That's some big KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? 3-volt ices him. Big counter. 3-volt, knockdown, and looking for a chance. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Counters with amnesia. Nice lead. Hits them with a stop and bomb. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. Hooks them. This is going to deal some big damage. The drive impact doesn't work. Risky up close scraps. Tries to act quickly but whisks the attack. Are we going to see a comeback here? Cages them in with the love shuka. KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Grabs him.
Here. Go.
Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. What's the play here? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 with the life lead. Can't tech the throw? What are they thinking here?
Away.
This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Blocks the jump in. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Grabs them with the embrace. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. 3-volt ices him. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Last round, we saw some very solid zoning play. Can they keep that up and close out this game? Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. There's nowhere to run. Charges in to get hands on them for the interdiction. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a pair! Tomahawk busted. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn KO. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here?
Away. Go.
Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Big counter. Great work finding the opening. Life lead opens up. Uses the drive rush. Burnout activates. Taking stock. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Amnesia. Oh God, this is tense. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. Both fighters are barely hanging in there, but someone's gotta act. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Will that parry change the momentum of this match? Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?